Hey, what's going on? What's going on? CoinOpTV subscribers, Robert Welkner here, live streaming on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/CoinOpTV. Been reviewing these Apple TV Plus and Disney Plus shows on my YouTube channel this month, and because of my schedule, things were a little crazy, and I don't know if I'll have, this weekend, I don't know if I'll have enough time to sort of put together a lot of videos with the nice, the nice editing and the visuals kind of put together. So here's kind of a little quick, raw, cheap and dirty live stream of me chatting. I got my notes here on my iPad, and as a bonus, if somebody shows up in the live stream, I'll try and give you a little bit of a shout out. And I just did the same thing with The Mandalorian, so I'm trying this now with Truth Be Told, episode 4, which is called No Cross, No Crown. What I reviewed Truth Be Told, episodes 1, 2, and 3 already, and I've been enjoying the show thus far. I'm actually surprised because I've seen a lot of criticism against the show, and I'm for it, which is kind of funny because some of the shows that are really getting praised, like The Morning Show, I'm not really that into, but this show I'm into. See, I liked a lot, and Servant I liked a lot. So Servant's really good. I'm really digging that. So let me get to my notes. We'll talk about very few specific things to talk about here. I mean, we had a lot of family drama, a lot of Poppy doing some investigating journalism. And the last video I made, I sort of talked about some of the suspects that she was digging up. But this episode mostly focused on Owen Cave, who is Warren Cave's dad, and they're trying to put the finger on him. They're trying to get a retrial, a redo, or something. And in order to get that going, we need to find some new evidence. We need to put the finger on somebody else to sort of declare Warren as not guilty of the murder of Chuck. So here's what I got from my notes here. Hey, I see Plush 10064 came in chat. Shout outs to you. Hello again. Again, live streaming, talking about Truth Be Told on Apple TV Plus. So Owen Cave, when it comes to suspects, is really backing himself into a corner here. He's pegging himself almost, or labeling himself, and Poppy is labeling him as kind of the prime alternate suspect on the case. I'm not sure what the technical lawyer phrase is of that. Poppy is actually able to track down a couple of 911 calls that were made the night of Chuck's murder, and one of them mentions that there was blood on the officer's shoe who showed up, which we think is Owen Cave, and that makes things really suspicious. I mean, if Owen Cave was the guy actually killed Chuck there, and then showed up to do a 911 emergency call and had blood on his shoes, something is very fishy, suspicious about that. And also, I believe he showed up solo. There wasn't like the two of them, so maybe they did a little switcheroo there. Inside the prison, we get to find out more with Warren, and he's kind of doing his own little investigation about getting stabbed. Thankfully, he's recovered. And so inside the prison, Warren finds out that it was actually his father. The person we're talking about, Owen, is the guy who hired one of the other inmates to shank him, to stab him. We're not really sure if this was meant to actually kill him, or if it was possibly just meant to sort of as a diversion, or to send a signal or something. I mean, clearly Warren's dad did not intend to get caught in this, and we'll sort of see how things go. But it's pretty intense if you're a cop and your son is in prison and you hire another inmate to go stab him. I mean, if that's all true, that's messed up family drama right there. I mean, that's beyond Judge Judy. That's beyond, normal courtroom stuff there. There's some intense stuff happening there. And I like the way the show's kind of revving up the intensity, ramping up the intensity and the drama. I'm getting into it. I'm liking it a lot. We'll kind of see now, if Warren tells Poppy about this, because when Poppy called, she sort of did say on the phone that she told Owen about the affair that was going on, and that kind of led Poppy to motive. So we'll see how that kind of goes. We get to see a lot of family reconciliatings there, or reconciliation. I can't speak when I'm live streaming. I can't speak when I'm not live streaming. When I'm live streaming, it's even harder. With Poppy and her sisters and her dad. Briefly, Marcus gives us some good advice. He's like, don't let a crooked cop get in the way of your family. Family is first. Family is what's important. And it's good to see that she goes and chats with her sisters to try and figure that all out and apologize. I'm glad that that didn't really get settled right then and there. It looks like that might take a few episodes to kind of get them on the path. We might need to get some food, some booze, a car driving scene, some sunset, a montage or something, but I'm glad that they didn't just, make that happen right there on the spot. Also, we get to see the relationship with Lanie and Josie, how that is, and some flashbacks. It looked like maybe Lanie was trying to suffocate Josie when they were kids, and the mom sort of pulled her off, and that's why Josie's sort of afraid of Lanie and doesn't really want to have anything to do with her. So there's some intense drama right there. I gotta say, the fact that the character's playing two roles, she's great, doing a really great job, and the effects are convincing. I'm not getting kind of like caught up with like mistakes, person with a wig on or something like that. They're doing a pretty good job. I'm glad to see technology has gotten us far enough along where somebody can play two parts pretty convincing there. So we'll see how those bond building moments are going to pay off in the next few episodes, if Josie will be in more of the show or if she'll go back to New York and get back with her relationship there. Finally, something I mentioned in my last video talking about Truth Be Told was that I didn't like that Poppy and Marcus were having a lot of phone conversations. It was like phone call this, phone call that, and it's almost like Apple TV Plus heard or saw my gripe, and they said, you know what, Marcus, let's get you and Poppy together. So there's some scenes of them driving along, riding along together, and they're talking one-on-one. There's a scene with them in a bar, a restaurant, and they're talking and chatting, and so that's great. There was only really one scene where somebody was kind of talking, where Poppy was kind of talking to Marcus, look like FaceTiming on her computer or something like that, but that's okay. I'll take one scene, one phone call, but give me some more getting together, driving, walking, talking, that kind of thing, because I like the personal connection of things there. I'm not a big fan of watching movies or shows where people talking too heavily on the phone there. So that was good to see. So overall, another great, fun, interesting episode. We'll see what happens with the next one, if they're gonna pull up some more suspects. It can't be the first person that they pin it on that's actually the guilty party here. The dad has got to be the red herring. There's got to be somebody else. We'll have to find out more. I'm anticipating. I love the whodunit aspect. So if you guys are brand new to my channel, CoinOpTV, please subscribe. Let me know what you thought of the episode in the comments below. And for this video, I think that's it. Hope you have a great Friday the 13th. We'll see you next time.